welcome to the show. We at Trucking Life welcome you all. Now, pull that rig over, hit the head, grab a drink and snack, settle in, and let's get this show on the road. And now, your host.
Hello, hello, hello. Good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are. This is Brooklyn. Johnny Dean was going to be on with me this morning, but we slept in a little bit and had some stuff to do, and we divided and conquered. He's finishing up laundry. I was watching to see if he was coming out as we speak, but not yet. Anyway, welcome to our show here at Trucking Life this morning, Sunday Brunch with Trucking Life. We've got a great show for you guys today. We are highlighting the pets that we have here on the road. We're excited to just take a break and talk to you guys about our co-pilots, our best friends, and our fur babies that we bring with us as we travel across the country. We've got a great show lined up for you today. It's going to be basically all of our crew from here at Trucking Life that have pets with them on the road or at home. And we've also got some photos that viewers have submitted, and we put them together in a slideshow at the very end of the show. So you'll have to watch for that as well. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, BK. Good morning, Dawn. Good morning, Jane. Good morning, everybody. We're so excited to, share all this info with you today. Now, like I said, Johnny was going to be out here, and he normally has a ton to say about his dogs, but he is not with me. So I'm going to tell you all about our dogs. Jack, come here. For those of you who don't know Jack or Brutus, I mean, I think everybody does, but come here. Come over here by Mom. Come here. So this is Jack. Okay. And I'm just going to give you a little bit of a spiel about him real quick. So we adopted him when he was... Nope. Hey, do you know how to act on camera? Let me shut... Nope, listen. He doesn't know how to act on camera. He hasn't been taught. Hey. Anywho, he's our security system. That's one of the questions I was going to ask everybody is he your security system? Is he emotional support? All of the above. That's what Jack is. Anyway, we adopted him when he was a little over 2 and almost 2.5 years old from the Salt Lake City Humane Society. And his background, he's a Manchester Terrier, which is very high anxiety, high energy. And so Jack actually has to take some doggy Prozac sometimes. But part of that is he had been through some trauma. When we adopted him, the notes that they had on file is that the family dropped him off on their way through Salt Lake City, and they didn't want him anymore. And their teenage children were mean to him. So he had been kind of kicked and abused as a baby and then dropped off and abandoned. Well, when we got there to the Salt Lake City Humane Society, and this was literally like 2 months after Johnny and I got married, okay? In the Humane Society, what you do is, over in the one in Salt Lake, you can walk through their facility and look at all the cages for the different animals, dogs, cats, and all the things. And then if there are some that you want to get to know, you just tell them, and they'll put you in your own private room or let you take them on a leash outside in their walking area. And you can, just get to know them a little bit better. Well, I'm going to tell you right now, we walked around and we were looking at different dogs, and we kept coming back by Jack. And every time we came back by Jack, when he was looking at other people, he didn't, other people would walk by and he'd be like wagging his tail or whatever, but it was nothing. When Johnny walked by, you guys, he started whining and trying to stick his nose through the cage. And so we were like, well, we better go check this boy out. So we get in the room, you guys, and he jumps up on Johnny's lap, sits down, and that's where he's at. He was just like, I've picked my human. And guys, you want the kisses, thank you. I've picked my human. This is who I need to be with. And Johnny fell in love, and as soon as we took him outside, he immediately listened to all of like Johnny's commands. Like Johnny would tell him to come here, and he'd never, known us before, and he was right by Johnny's side. He was listening. Now, does that happen nowadays? No. Now that he knows us and he's gotten more comfortable, he has moments where he doesn't listen. But for the most part, Jack chose Johnny, is how that worked out. Yes, huh? Now, I got some questions I'm asking everybody about all their pets, so I'll answer these about Jack. That's where we got him, was at the Salt Lake City Humane Society. He was 2.5 years old. Johnny picked Jack for his name, and I don't know why. I just started calling him Jack. And so his name on his tag says Jack Rogers. That's his actual name on his tag. He is our pet security system, as well as Johnny's emotional support dog. Like I said, there's some kind of emotional connection with he and Johnny. And if Johnny's struggling, he is instantly right there underneath his arms, trying to, get him to pet him. He's very intuitive to how Johnny's feeling. And yeah, otherwise, he is a great trucking doggy. When we're at home, he wants to go to work. He prefers to be in the truck with Johnny by himself, if he could. Excuse me. So that's Cracker Jack. I call him Cracker Jack or Jack. And this is Johnny's baby for sure. So anywho, that's one of our fur babies. Hey, go get on this bed. No, go get on this bed. Brutus, come here. Come here. Come here. Oh my goodness. So Brutus, let me tell you his story. Heidi's baby. Your brother, you had your turn. It's your brother's turn. So Brutus, you guys, and he doesn't like to be held, so this will be interesting. Hold on, say hi. Brutus is a purebred Shih Tzu, and it was a year after we had Jack. We had Jack by ourselves for a year. Hold still. And a friend of ours that works at the same company that we do, their puppies, their doggies that were both purebred Shih Tzus, were having a litter of puppies. And they were like, do you want one when they're born? And I was like, I need to see them. And I had never owned a Shih Tzu before. And I'm going to tell you right now, there was another guy, Brian, who worked with us at Airline as well, who had a Shih Tzu. And Ryan kept telling us that Shih Tzus have their own personality, and that his dog, the funniest things, she would play in the funniest ways. And anytime we would see them, we were like, oh my gosh, her personality is just so funny. And Brian tried to tell me, he was like, all of these Shih Tzus, they have really fun personalities. And I was like, oh, it's probably just, by the dog. It's probably specific to the dog. I don't know that it's all Shih Tzus, or, I had never had a Shih Tzu, so I didn't know. I'm going to tell you right now, they are their own breed. I've always had labs or bigger dogs, and I would tell you right now, I am a Shih Tzu fan after this guy, and he's a mess right now. He's messy. Anyway, they have to be groomed every 3 months because they have hair, not fur. It actually grows like human hair. So Brutus, here's his story. He has these beautiful colorings, and I'm trying to get the camera right here, of this like taupe colored brown and white, right? That's his markings. His markings are very cute, very distinct. Both of his brothers that came out in the same litter were pure black. Okay, so Brutus was the only one that looked like this. And he came out fighting. He came out beating the crap out of his brothers. So they called him Brutus as soon as he was born and was acting like he did, right? They had named him Brutus. Well, it just stuck because as soon as we got him, he literally fit in the palm of Johnny's hand. I mean, he was so little. We got him at 8 weeks old. And so we kept the name Brutus, but on his dog tag, it actually says Brutus the Beefcake Rogers, because he was little. I want to say he was like 5.6 pounds. Yeah. Yeah. And so it was kind of a joke, a family joke between Johnny and I, that he was 5.6 pounds and, viciousness, so we named him after the wrestler. So his full name is Brutus the Beefcake Rogers. That's what it is listed on his dog tags. And so Brutus, he came, with his name from his family. Brutus is not a security system. Brutus is I need to know what's happening. And you'll often see, I have pictures of him all the time where he's like standing up looking like E.T. He's got his neck fully stretched and he's, looking out the window or whatever. But as far as security system, no, anybody offers him a treat, he's getting in the truck. They're getting in the truck. So, Brutus actually, when dogs get sick on the road, some of the questions that we're going to answer today on some of our animals, Brutus gets car sick. And so we actually had an episode when we were live a few weeks ago where Brutus got sick while Johnny was driving and we were live streaming and we're like, trying to clean up dog puke off the rug. Luckily there was a rug down, but it does happen. I mean, you have to be very careful. Most pet owners that I know, they don't feed their animals a lot of like human food because, their digestive systems are sensitive anyway. And that's the last thing you want to be doing is cleaning up dog puke or diarrhea or something like that in a semi while you're trying to drive down the road. So we are real particular, except for I say that. And then Johnny with his Cheetos, he's like, here, Jack, just stick your head in the bag and grab one. No. Anyway, as far as vets over the road, we are picky. We have our records with Petco and PetSmart, but we only use them for grooming services in an emergency. Otherwise, we haven't run into a situation where we've had to use an emergency vet on the road. Luckily, we've been in situations where we can just take them home to our home vet. But I have noticed, and I am actually keeping track on my own of vets around the country there's a 24-hour like vet clinic. Like there's one just west of Fort Worth that is on I-20 and it's a 24-hour vet hospital. And so I'm going to start keeping track of that. And that's part of the information database that we will eventually have offered on Trucking Live. For truckers that are out here on the road is access to services for their fur babies. And we'll include that information because it is hard to find. It is hard to find that out here. A lot of times I think some of us end up doing just like home remedies and Googling it and trying it ourselves or whatever. Jack, angry eats, he's a pig. If he's frustrated, he will out there and mow the whole bowl. Brutus is a picky eater. He will only eat when he's hungry and when it's his idea. So we just we use the IAMS Advanced Health small breed because I can get it at Walmart. That's a big deal. And so we use that brand and just keep it out, and let them eat when they want. They both have funny quirks and personalities that I highlight all the time in our different videos and pictures. They're just fun dogs. And I'll tell you, being out here over the road, especially if you're a solo driver, Johnny and I are blessed that we can do this together. He was out here by himself without me for, that 9-month period of time and then a year before that. But he had Jack with him a lot of the time too. And I think that our pets are that saving grace. They, help us stay feeling like we're, interacting and social and not just in a truck avoiding people and interaction all day long. So it kind of helps bridge that loneliness gap. So that is Brutus and Jack in a nutshell. They are sweet baby boys. Anybody that watches our live streams, they know they're a huge part of our world. Our kids know that they kind of take precedence over them some days. No, I love you all. Just kidding. Anywho, that's Jack and Brutus. We're going to take a quick little break, take a commercial, and come back. And we're going to bring in Ed and Trip. And then Dutch is going to come on and talk about his lab, Loki. Such sweet, sweet babies. Anyway, let's take a quick commercial and we'll be right back, you guys. Thanks so much for hanging out with us.
Well, hello there.
Hello, hello. How
Hello,
are you
hello.
guys?
We're doing great.
Hi, Trip. Hi, sweet boy.
Hi.
Oh, my goodness.
Hi.
So, tell us all about Trip, Ed. How did you get him? How'd you come up with his name? Let's talk about Trip.
All right. So, Trip was his whole litter were oops puppies. His mom is well, I'm sorry, my mother-in-law's best friend is a woman that breeds purebred dachshunds. And one day, one of her neighbors from down the way, he has a little male Yorkie, and he got out and then got in, so to speak. And then, so now we've got a whole litter of oops dorkies, right? So when I say that he's my dorky truck pup, it's because he's half dachshund and half Yorkie.
That's
But
why.
yeah, I mean, he does look like a little bit of a dork, but it is what it is. They're sometimes referred to as doxy Yorkies. They're known for being really good travel companions. They're very loyal, laid back lap dogs, as you can see.
He's such a sweet boy. He's such a lover, too.
Oh yeah,
High
no, he's
energy.
very
But
yeah. Well, whenever he's really high energy only whenever you meet new people. Most of the
yeah,
time, he's extremely calm. He sleeps most of the day,
that's funny.
and
I'll look at
yeah.
him. Hi, buddy.
Anyway. uh, oh, hi. All right. So as far as his name goes, it's actually kind of a journey for picking out his name because I have a thing where I name all of my pets after Star Trek characters. I've had a
Oh, really?
Spock. I've had a Spock. I've had a Dax, but I wanted him to have kind of like a truck centric name, you know.
Yeah.
And but it just so happens Star Trek Enterprise mid 2000s Star Trek series had the captain's best friend and chief engineer was Commander Charles Trip Tucker III,
Oh,
um,
wow.
Southern gentleman. And so I was like, yeah, Trip would be a good truck pup name. And then we gave him the middle name Axel. So his full name is Trip Axel Plow.
That's kind of
So
funny.
that's about as much of a truck pup name as you can get.
As you could
Um,
get. That's right.
yeah, but no, he's my sweet little baby boy. There, if you look up Dorkies, there's actually quite a bit of variation in them. I don't know if Jed has it queued up here, but I recently got to meet Trip's little sister Finn because my
Oh,
mother-in-law,
yeah. Yes.
yeah, my mother-in-law loved Trip so much that the first litter of Dorkies were so popular that the breeder is like, well, let's do it again. So the second
Right.
litter, same exact parents, but that dog, these dogs do not look anything like what Trip's litter mates look like. So,
Really?
yeah, so they have there's a lot of variation. It kind of depends on which genes went out, so to speak. But I'm
Right.
biased. I like the ones that look like Trip the most.
You know what?
His
I
little sister
love
looks
his
like a little
longer
rascal.
hair. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's way cute.
Um, Yeah, he's got to get groomed. He's past due for a grooming right now. We ran out of time last time I was home,
Yeah.
so he's kind of sucking up the heat right now. But I've got a picture of him right after we got him groomed the first time. I don't know if Jet's got that queued up either. But yeah, no, he's super cute when he gets out of the groomers. He's always got a big goofy smile on his face. He just went and laid down on his bed over there. Um,
Right.
to to answer your questions, is he my security system or my emotional support? He is very much not a security system.
Yeah.
I told the story not too long ago about how I had all the prostitutes knocking on my door throughout the night. Um, he did not bark at a single one of them. He
He was
was
just like,
rolling
come
down the
on
window.
in.
He was rolling down the window asking, "Hey, baby, how much for a belly rub?"
Oh my gosh, that's funny.
But yeah, no, he cures my he cures my loneliness out on the road. He gets me out of the truck and moving around.
Right.
They're but they make really good truck dogs. He's actually very big for a dorky. He's about 16, 17 pounds. They're only supposed to get up to about 13 pounds.
Oh wow.
Um, but no, they don't require a whole lot of exercise. One lap around the truck stop, he's good.
Yeah.
They don't
Yeah.
eat a whole lot, maybe about a cup a day, maybe 2 cups a day. I bought a 20-pound bag. I feed them the Purina Pro Plan
Mm-hmm.
dog food, and that's what his vet recommended. And I bought a 20-something pound bag for $50 from PetSmart, and I'm just starting to get to the bottom of my little food vault back there. And I
Yeah.
bought that in
Yeah.
January, and so it's May. So $50 he
Nice.
eats for third of the year basically.
Right.
So that's really easy. As far as caring for him out on the road, my plan, I haven't had to do anything with him yet. Basically, my thing is that you can't really plan for anything until it happens, particularly emergencies.
Right.
So in the event of an emergency, my plan would be I've got full sets of door kingpin and glad hand locks for my trailer. I'll drop this thing in a wherever I can drop it. And
Absolutely.
anyone that wants to tell me anything, I'll lose my job. I don't really care. And I'll bobtail down to wherever I can fit it to get him whatever care he needs.
Right.
If it's not an emergency, but he is sick and he needs a vet, my plan is PetSmart has those in-house vets. And
Yep.
my thinking is that whether or not they're the best vets, as long as
They're
they've
there.
gone to as long as they've gone to vet school and they've got their
Yeah.
certifications and everything, they're better than I am for caring for them.
Exactly. Absolutely.
So all PetSmarts, they get. We actually have a PetSmart account at GP.
Mhm.
So they've all got docks somewhere in the back. So they technically have truck parking.
Absolutely. And you're not wrong. That's a great point too.
Yeah. So
Yep.
so that's my plan for in the event I need one. And yeah, that's Trip Axle Plow, the dorky truck pup.
Nice. And while you were just saying that, I had a thought too. So we're at the Orchard Creek Petro in Raffine, Virginia. That's where we're at tonight or today.
Okay.
And it's a nice facility. It's fun. And I was just thinking about it. This is there's only a handful of places that I can think of in the country that offer a dog wash.
Yep.
And that's good information too for those of us that have dogs that sometimes get into stuff they're not supposed to. So
yes, I am very careful with him.
me too.
He does not
Especially
get to
Brutus.
go into the mud. No.
Yeah, Brutus, I would pick him up and like escort him to the right spot where I want him. And
Yep.
yeah, Jack, I don't do as much because his hair is not as long. But Brutus, he gets in anything, and I'm trying to scrub him down from head to toe.
You're wondering where Jack comes from. Have you ever watched The Incredibles, the Pixar movie?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, Jack, the baby.
Oh yeah.
Baby. Jack attack.
That's right.
What every time you say Jack, I think of Jack attack.
There you go. So see, it was probably a subconscious thing, and I just thought about it.
Yeah,
that's funny.
That's where my mind goes. She's like, I don't know where I got it from. I'm like, The Incredibles.
That's what it is. It's probably that mind manipulation on their part. They're like, you're going to use that name somewhere.
Right.
Awesome. Well, I had the opportunity to meet you and Trip at the same time, and he was a sweet baby. I was going to take him home. He was a sweet boy.
Yes, he is. Yeah. He's met quite a few of the Trucking Life tribe, and every time somebody's walking around the truck stop, he's darting off in their direction. He wants to go get loved by them. And,
absolutely.
And he has never met a human that was mean to him. So every human that he meets is his best friend, and they're either going to be nice to him, or they're going to pet him, or this has happened a couple of times, they might have treats in their pockets.
Oh, see, there you go. Yeah, Brutus is the same way. Brutus has never had a bad experience, and so he's just like, hey, friend. His butt's a waggling. He's like, ooh, hi. Jack, on the other hand, hates everybody. And I think he's racist. I mean, anybody that is darker than skin or has a hoodie on, he's trying to rip their face off. So I don't even know.
Yeah. I had a dog that had a thing for postal workers. And the thing is, he loved everybody except postal workers. He hated postal workers with a passion.
Which
I never understood why.
Like,
the only thing we could think of was that like some mailman must have maced him or something before we got him. So now he's like, oh, well, screw those guys.
It makes you wonder. It makes you wonder what it is that's triggering, their behavior or whatever. That's funny though. Well, awesome. Well, hey, Jed, if we've got Dutch in the background, let's go ahead and bring Dutch on so he can tell us about his sweet lab.
Oh,
Hey.
we're getting some feedback.
Yeah. I think we got some feedback. How's it going, Dutch?
Good. Driving, but
Yep.
Loki was adopted from the orphan. Let me start at the beginning. My wife's daughter adopted him for herself mostly. She said it was for her children. But it's okay. And we're watching on the camera, and he's a well-behaved dog. So I said, okay. I get a weird phone call because I always told my wife I want a dog for a truck. There he is, big as you know what he is.
Sweet boy.
He is part Labrador Retriever and Great Pyrenees. So he's huge.
He's a big boy.
He calls me up and said, honey, I said, oh, what now? She goes, I know I keep telling you that you can't get a dog for the truck. Okay. I know I keep badgering you, you keep asking, babe, I want a dog. I'm like, no. Well, I said, what now? Rebecca wants to, that's the daughter, Rebecca wants to adopt out the dog. And I'm like, okay, so what's up? She goes, can we go out there and get it? I looked at her and I had a smile from ear to ear. And I was like, yeah, okay, we can go get it. So I went to pick her up. We got the dog, we got the stuff together. Of course, we wanted to go spend time with the grandkids. And we met him, we made out to Oregon. He took like 3 trips. And I think it was perfect. I mean, we just got there.
Y'all, he's in the water.
Yeah, no. She had to go in and chase him because we have a main street, a major Malaya Boulevard. It's right there by our house. So if he went in there, went Malaya Boulevard, he would have been dead. I mean, she was worried about the alligators. He loved it. She said he loves him. He's a water dog. He's a lab. I mean, he's gonna love
Right.
So we go out there and we meet him, and he's all. She's like, "You want to meet him?" I'm like, "Yeah, why not?" He gets all over me, loves on me. I'm like, "Yeah." I didn't say that, of course. I'm like, upset the grandkids. And she's like, "Okay, we'll take it." So we stayed there about 2 days to get used to us. We walked in, and they showed him what it's like, and it was perfect. It was good for her because now she has someone to take care of at home. Yeah, he's only been on the truck one time, but he's been on the truck but when he sits still. Like she'd bring him over to pick me up, and he'd come out and just jump around the truck like it's second nature. He wants to be in the truck. I looked at her and said, "Come on." She said, "No, it's okay, whatever." So we get him home, and he's all good. And then about 6 months later, he starts doing these. But she did a lot of research. I mean, it's more her dog than it's mine because she needed someone to have a companionship. I got people out here I can talk to every day. She has nobody. She's just all by herself, always in the apartment, home. She works from home, so it's perfect. So he gets his walks. And so we get in there, and he starts acting up. What's going on? So she did the research, and they're not good apartment dogs. Well, we know that now because he goes out, here's the back part. He goes. She lets him off the leash. He goes straight to the door and just waits there. Like, what took you so long? He has a lot of finicky. He's pulled me. I've actually. If he sees other dogs, he likes small dogs and certain big dogs. He hates Labradors, Golden Retrievers. Hates them. I met one when she went on like a little thing with her son. So I had to walk her. She went to the wedding or something. And then she went out with her friends down in Tennessee for 3 days. I had to take care of him walking. And I'd seen how bad he is. He pulled. I mean, he's 135 pounds. I'm almost 300.
Oh, wow.
He can pull me off my feet. He pulls her off the feet all the time. But he loves she was talking to me yesterday, just now. Like she's telling me that once we get a house, we want to get a Great Dane. Like a Great Dane. That dog's bigger than our dog.
Wow.
We had a Great Dane from the other apartment. They love each other. They're licking each other through the fence. The owner was petting him. He has no problem with people. He's not very dog friendly. Small dogs, he doesn't mind. Like your two dogs, he wouldn't care. I mean, unless Jack starts nipping him, then he'll still. And it's funny because the first time I heard him bark, he was sitting over in the car seat. We're in the bunk. He gets down, looks over the door. I'm like, what the hell's going on? Before it was quiet, I hear bone chilling. What the heck was that? We both look at each other dumbfounded, like, where did that come from? Loki. He's like, oh, okay. Yeah, it was Loki. That's a bone. I'm like, yeah, he's got a deep bark. You heard him bark.
He looks like he does.
And he growls like she calls him motorboating because he gets upset. I'll be on the phone with her, like he wants her attention. He'll bring her a tug toy. He'll bring her everything. He's such a beautiful dog, inside and out. He needs a home. He cannot. She keeps telling me, well, maybe when we get our house, I'll get a dog for the truck. I'm a hustler. I don't even barely go to the bathroom myself. I just pull as long as I can. But a dog doesn't. A dog needs to go out all the time. So when it comes to vets, like I know you're asking about how the vets go, she takes care of her. I'm basically just the breadwinner. I'm the one who pays for it.
Right.
He's expensive, I tell you though. He's worth it. As long as it keeps her sane, sort of. But she loves him. I mean, she says one day she hates him. I'm like, baby, she's like, yeah, I love him to death. He said, I mean, if I had Loki in the truck and you and I met, he would probably lick you. Like,
yeah.
I don't think he's a really good security system for her, but we haven't found out because no one really, they're scared of her. We seen him from afar and we just saw him from close up. He is huge. He's big.
Hey Dutch, out of curiosity, do you have the sound on your phone? Because I think that's what's going on here because we're not really able to add anything to the conversation here because we're just getting a lot of feedback.
It just said host unmuted the mic. So I don't know.
Yeah. I'm not sure.
I'm not sure either. You can hear me now?
Well,
no, it's not a question of whether or not we can hear you. It's the fact that we're hearing ourselves twice.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably because I got my speakerphone. My headset doesn't work with the system.
Oh, gotcha.
That's what I'm asking.
Yeah, it's just on for aesthetics. It has no reason to be on. I was hoping to be connected. I tried 3 times.
Yeah, it's not.
Every time I try to do
it's not conducive to a conversation.
That's all right.
Yeah, I'm yelling, so I should be all right.
Jed, go ahead and mute Duchess for just 1 sec. There we go. So I don't get the feedback. But Dutch, we appreciate you coming on to tell us about Loki. We did add some of his videos on here. And then also we did add, I think, of a couple of his pictures to the ending showcase as well. So, you know, he's just another sweet baby boy that, you know, we had to highlight today. And I am sure that you guys absolutely love him, whether he's at home with your fiance or on the truck with you, either one. He's a sweet baby. Yeah. Well, thank you so much, guys. Thank you, Ed. Thank you, Dutch. We're going to take a quick commercial break, guys. And then we will be back here in just a couple minutes with Pat and Heather and Missy and Bella and Tinky.
Excellent. Thanks, guys. Thanks for hanging out.
Hey, this is Pat.
And this is Heather.
For the Misadventures of Pat and Heather, come check us out on our stream. We are unpredictable, unscripted, and un-PC. Oh yeah, that's Tinkerbell too. You might be able to see her too. So come check us out. Only on Trucking Life. Hey, this is Pat.
And this is Heather.
And this is Tinky for the Misadventures of Pat and Heather, the series. Make sure to tune in Wednesday nights at 7 Central, right here on Trucking Life.
Hi, guys.
Hi.
How are you?
Good.
Look at that baby. Oh,
She's
my
in her dress.
goodness.
Hold on, let's get
She's-
her
I
up
need
there.
to see her dress for today.
Hold on.
Oh,
She's in her dress today. See?
Woo! Hey, wait it. Oh, did you
Look,
see her, Jack?
She did.
she's in her hood. She's
Oh,
gangsta.
she's gangsta. Oh, this sweet girl. All right, you two. So tell me, how did you get her? How did she come up with her name? All the things.
Well, I mean, the name part's easy. I mean, Disney fans.
Disney, yeah,
But we were looking around for a couple months. Heather said, let's look into getting a dog, which I was surprised because she didn't like dogs. And I'm not a cat fan. I can't stand them. So we were looking around, looking at different, shelters and stuff like that. We happened to be down in Brownsville, Texas, doing a 34 because we worked for a food grade tanker company. And we're like, okay, well, let's look at this. And she saw that they had at this one shelter, it was called Paws. And they had a special going on, $10 any dog. I was like, okay,
wow.
So we went down. As soon as we walked in, and I don't know if Jed has the baby photo of Tink, but this is what we saw.
I don't think he does.
Jed did.
I don't know.
No, there's another little one that we sent.
Added them to the end. But was it the one that Heather shared on?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, she was so precious.
She was all ears.
She was so tiny and all ears.
She was
and just
little.
Yeah, just little. And that's what we saw. And she wanted a little dog. She didn't want a big dog. So we walked around and I said, I think we know what our dog is.
Yeah.
I walked back. There was a family with a little kid there. Okay. And they were looking at her and playing with her at the window. And I told the worker, I said, I want that dog. I want that dog right now.
Take it away from the child.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, exactly.
Crush this child. Emotional damage.
Oh my God. That's hilarious.
So they went in and got her and brought her out to us. And, Heather played with her. And I'll be honest with you, it took Heather a while to come around to really, falling in love with Tink. And now these two are like inseparable.
Inseparable, right?
She loves this dog like it's a child.
She is my child.
They are. That's exactly right.
She listens better than my child.
Yes.
You're right.
Yes. We like them better than we do our children.
Some days.
And it's funny because we were staying at a hotel at the time and we put her in one of Heather's little tote bags because she was so tiny to sneak her into the bedroom. Into the hotel. And and she laid between us that entire night.
Oh my goodness.
Well, we did try getting her inside of a crate the first night because I'm like, we're gonna teach her how to be like a crate dog, right? When we're in bed. Well, she was in there for like 2 minutes and she was whining and she was a baby and I was like, I can't do that. I have to have her next to me.
Right.
So yeah.
And now she is legitimately Heather's emotional support dog now.
Right.
So she got a little scar right there from where we tried to put her in a metal crate in the house one time, and they're smart. She was able to open the latch and get herself out and all kinds of stuff. And she ended up giving herself a little scar right there. But we feed her the same food you feed your dogs. Yeah. And and
we take her to the vet. We have her set up at
Banfield.
At Banfield through PetSmart. Yeah, PetSmart.
Yeah, they have a pet program there that you pay like $38 a month. She gets all her shots. And if you need any kind of procedures done, they just add it to the thing, and you just pay on it every month.
Oh, that's awesome.
No
That's
matter
a way
what.
cool program.
And she's covered throughout the United States at Banfields.
That's a great program.
When we first got her, we didn't have the Banfield thing set up yet, and I think we were in Oregon or
No, we were in Nebraska.
Were we in Nebraska?
We were in Nebraska.
And she had just gotten groomed like a week prior, and she was scratching at her ears, and she had an ear infection.
Yeah, it closed up. It was so bad.
So we had to take her to a vet there in town, and luckily we had the money at the time.
Yeah, but it was still $200.
Yeah.
I mean,
right.
So I mean, the Banfield thing does work for us because we can make payments on it. But yeah.
Well, and I love that. We're gonna have to, like I said, earlier, Heather, that this is, our website is growing, the database of information that we want to collect, and I think that's another one of those important pieces of information that we share with people, because there are a ton of truckers that we know out here that have dogs or cats,
right,
or some kind of pet on the truck. So it would be great to have that information available so that they know what they can do.
Right, and there's a lot of car insurance companies out there now that will cover your pet or give you the ability to add that to your car insurance.
Buddy,
also.
you are way too close to my truck. Holy crap!
Hit that horn! Hit it!
Mama's gonna hit the horn.
Yeah. Pity the fool.
Yeah. Well, that's like she said. She'll jump out this truck and want to beat somebody's butt if they hit the truck.
Other trucks, I was like, whatever. But this truck, I'm like, this is my baby.
Right?
But I'll tell you, the other day, and Jed's got the photo. We got to meet up with Big Rid Ed and Trip.
Yay!
So there we go.
Yay. I did want to kidnap Trip, though.
Isn't he so sweet?
He is so cute. Oh my gosh! But Tinky was having no part of it.
No, she was like, "Excuse me, stay away from me." And then Trip was like, "I just want to smell your butt."
Right.
Let me play.
Yeah, she was having no part of it. But
oh my gosh, that's hilarious, you guys.
Yeah, so that was cool to get to meet up with Ed and
Big Rig Ed and Trip.
And if you guys didn't have your nightmare scenario yesterday, we would have met up with you guys.
It was a crazy day yesterday. We all had crazy days yesterday.
Yes.
Oh, God. I almost got to say hello to Joe Biden, but...
He made a wrong turn. Love construction in D.C.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
and Missy had a crazy experience. I think it's in the air. Everybody's had crazy days.
Is it a full moon?
Yeah.
Hello, Missy! Yay! Is at a hotel.
She's been so good sitting here waiting. So,
are you at a hotel, Missy?
Yeah. Do what?
Are you at a hotel?
No, it's called the Western Star.
Oh yeah. Okay.
The
the Hotel Western Star.
Yeah, the Hotel Western Star. Yes. I got my padded walls. I think I need them after this weekend.
Oh, look at Bella over there.
Look, I can't wait for her and Tink to meet. You want to meet Tink?
Yeah.
And she would not wear a dress. She would not wear her PJs. I tried to wipe her with a baby wipe. You thought I was just abusing this dog. So yeah, she's kind of traumatized. She's been hiding. So
Aww.
she's acting all docile, which she's not. She's my high energy. Tries to, she's my security. She's my security guard. All 9 pounds of her, aren't you?
Aww.
Oh my goodness.
Yes.
Yeah, those kind of dogs are very territorial.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we got her at the Humane Society, and what was funny is I've got some pictures Jed's going to put up of my original road dog, Oreo. And so we had Oreo for a long time, and then Dallas wanted a big dog, and we walked into the Humane Society, and there sat this little dog with this real skinny neck and looking like Sid the Sloth from Ice Age, and just grinning at us, and we all fell in love with her. Look.
Having no part of that, having that hat on.
Yeah. And then, of course, there's Oreo. Oreo is retired to California with my oldest son and daughter-in-law, and he's living his best life now. So but there they are when we were with Prime. They were a dynamic duo. And Oreo liked the ladies Bella, no, she didn't like them ladies. She didn't like them ladies looking at Oreo.
Oh, that was her name.
Yeah, there's Oreo in the desert with his little bow tie. So it's just me and her now. So,
Aww.
and you could say she's my emotional support and my security. So I say nobody's ever going to kidnap me on the road. That's for sure.
Oh my goodness.
Oh heck.
Now, I don't pay for the plan with PetSmart. Now we used to try and take them to get them groomed and get their nails cut, but I don't know if y'all ever watched Hangover 2 with the monkey, and they say the monkey's so strong. This is this one here. She's like human strength. It takes like 3 or 4 of us to hold her down. She hates her nails being done. We were in Ohio once, and this is back when me and the ex had them on the truck. And then we get this PA, would the parents of Bella please come back here? So yeah, she was showing out. So not on the road anymore. Bless her heart. It was like, oh, he was good. She was not. Yeah. She turns into a 100-pound dog. So luckily on the road, we haven't had any problems. And she's got her vet at home. Her name is Dr. Looney. And Bella loves Dr. Looney. So.
Oh. Well, whenever you say PetSmart, want to go PetMart? See, she gets all crazy. Going to the she's like, huh? What?
Yeah.
You know. Also, if you tell her you want to go see your friends, she'll look at you.
See, there you go. You tell her you want to go out, and she gets excited. You want to go see what's out there?
Yeah, outside.
Go for a walk. See?
We used to have to spell.
Jack will freak out.
We have to spell it TUO. We got to spell it backwards because she knows what that is. So.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And she's full, like, my daughter's like, oh, you got McDonald's money for the grandbaby and the dog? We sure do. Yeah, we didn't have it when they were kids, so she's full. And she loves the Rachel Ray food. Like, I could buy her a bag of the dry dog food. It'll sit there and get cobwebs on it. But she loves the little bowls of Rachel Ray food. And she don't eat a whole lot, and she don't drink a whole lot.
Right,
so she's so fun.
She's very bougie, huh? Like our dog.
Yeah. And but she loves hot dogs off the roller at Love's. So if I come back and sniffing bags,
that's animal abuse.
And she likes the hamburger hot dogs. That's what her big thing is.
Okay, well I'll go with that one.
Yeah. So she loves the I always call them the rolled up hamburger. Yeah. So that's her treat. So, but her name is Bella Bushka, and of course we just call her Bella. So. And she loves big dogs, and the only thing that freaks her out is somebody who's smaller than her. Then she'll be like, "Okay, I don't want anything to do with y'all." So, So I look for her meeting Tink. So,
Tink.
But I'm pretty sure
Tink cannot.
I'm pretty sure that I'm pretty sure Trip's going to freak her out, and then she'll think that she'll have to be. She's the alpha dog, and she actually humps my arm, or if she gets upset, she does it. Oh, okay, because. Yeah, and it's the funniest thing. I had some. I should have sent some videos up. When my son came in from California, and she's just humping away, and he said it's a dominant thing, and it is. And I always like saying, "You're my girl. You're my girl. You're my girl."
Yeah, wait a minute. You can't have a penis, dog. What are you doing the hump thing for? It doesn't make any sense.
I know. And it's like, but when she gets upset, she does it too. So. And she's like something about the surrounding. That's what she tried to do earlier. And her favorite thing to do is I got a Evan mitt, and she thinks she's an attack dog. Boy, you would hear her in here, you'd be thinking, "Oh my God, there's like a 100-pound dog." No, it's just her in here destroying her mitt. Yeah.
Vacuum cleaner or broom, she's trying to attack it like it's trying to take us out.
Yeah, that. And if we go through a car or truck wash, she goes freaking out when it hits the windshield.
She loses it. Before we even pull inside, she knows where we're at. She's already going. Burr, burr,
burr. You know, don't you? Yeah.
Oh my God.
And when we found her, she was only 3 months old, and the I guess the dog catchers around there. She was walking the streets of Brownsville at 3 months old, and she was only that big.
Yeah.
Oh
so she got out of somebody's home somehow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Sweet dog.
But
you're gonna have a friend, aren't you? We ever run into him on the road? Yeah. Yes.
You have a new friend.
Yes, I'm
Oh
pretty
my
sure
gosh.
she'll try. I'm pretty sure she'll try to either hump or dominate Trip, but I'm pretty sure
Well,
she'll too. So,
Well,
yeah,
I'll tell you, Tink got to meet Jack, and Brutus, and
yeah,
it took her a little bit. She was having
yeah.
no part of Brutus, and Jack was
Uh-huh.
having no part of her.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're so funny, but she loves big dogs. She thinks she's a pit bull size. We gave
Oh, yeah.
Trey, my son, and she used to whoop up on B. She was a pit bull mix that we had rescued,
Oh,
and she was like 90 pounds, and this one here would just like try to rip her face off. I'm like, what are you doing? It's like she got little girl syndrome. So yeah,
mhm.
so she tries
I love it.
to dominate. So, but yeah, I don't
Oh
know what
my
I'd do without this dog on the road. Yeah, would we? Nope. And so she
You
hasn't had her
know-
collar, so she has to be naked
Oh.
right now. So even though she has cute dresses like Tink, she says no. So
Yeah. Well, and that's, we put their harnesses on because, it has to be a harness for Jack. You can't just be a collar. So we put their body harness on to go out and, go outside and stuff all day long. But at night we tell them we're taking their clothes off to go to bed. They're getting naked.
Yeah. Get
That's what we
naked.
tell 'em.
Yeah. Well,
you gotta
she
get
don't
naked to
know
go to
it, but May the 4th is coming up, so her Princess Leia costume's coming out. So
Nice.
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
May the 4th be with her.
Yes. Yes.
Oh,
And
hell.
Oreo's in California, but he has an R2D2 harness. So if you see a mortified Bella, just tell her she looks cute and she'll be fine.
I'll tell her.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So I'm going home for Mother's Day, so the costume's coming with us.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well,
She
you
makes
guys-
a cute Princess Leia.
Before we
she
get
does.
out of here, real quick,
You-
Brooke, I
What
got to
was
give a shout out to our buddy Bill Nadim's birthday is on the 4th of May. So happy
it
birthday, Bill, coming up.
May the
Yeah.
4th. Oh, that's awesome.
Awesome. Bill and Don's puppies are in our video montage here at the end. So that'll be an awesome little birthday treat. Well, happy
Yeah.
early birthday, Bill.
Yeah, happy birthday, Bill.
Yes.
Can you say bye?
Right.
Can you say bye?
Bye, guys. Well, we're going to
Bye.
end before we let everybody go, we're going to run a little video clip that we have of our doggies as well as some of our viewers and family members' puppies. So
Yeah.
let's go ahead and run that video montage.
Okay. Let's do it.
Come join our team at Trekking Life, where you will find That Trekkin' Chick, International Asphalt Junkies, Miami Pink Panther, Livin' Lovin' Trekkin', The Misadventures of Pat and Heather, and Big Rig Ed, among others. We are showing the world our lives through the windshield. TrekkingLife.live@gmail.com.
Awesome. Well, thank you everybody for joining us today. I'm having a little bit of technical difficulties on my side, but I don't know if it's on everybody else's side. But we hope you enjoyed the show. We hope that you had a good time getting to know us a little bit better and our fur babies that are out here on the road with us. We do have our Wednesday night show coming up at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. Don't forget to check us out then. It'll be another episode in the Pat and Heather series that they've been working on. So we'd love to see you then. In the meantime, you all have a wonderful Sunday. Thank you again for being with us. We love you all so much. And enjoy your week, you guys. Have a blessed day. Thank you so much. Bye.
You're watching TruckingLife.live. Thank you for being with us today. Please like, follow, and subscribe so that you don't miss out on any more great content. We'll see you out on the road.